going on, everybody? Sorry, I haven't been making very many videos. Really, to be honest, I haven't had any help at the track to get videos of a lot of stuff, what's going on in the pits, everything else like that. And it sucks, but I'm going to try to find some help. So, that being said, we are putting the motor back in this thing again. And we've been fighting this thing nonstop. We recently had a rocker arm break, and it ended up making the motor jump time on the timing chain or the timing belt, and we didn't know it. We couldn't tell it, and it ended up, we put a rocker on it, ended up taking it to the next race, and we ended up pretty much bending all of the exhaust valves and broke one of the exhaust valves. But we did go a 459, and we backed it up with a 455 when it broke the valve. So we are going to be putting the motor back in it, and we'll walk over here. So needless to say, we got everything fixed. Got the motor back. We got everything fixed, and we're gonna have to be a little bit more cautious on some stuff. But I mean, the tune and everything was great. I mean, everything's going great. We had a rocker arm failure that kind of set us back, and it's part of it. It's racing. It is what it is. So yeah, we're gonna get this motor put in the car. I don't know how far we're gonna get on it tonight. At least get it in the car. At least get it ready to fire up tomorrow. We might get it fired up today. I don't know. But, so, we got the front end off of it. Front end up and off of it here. It don't take that much to put a motor in this thing. It's super easy. So, we're going to get going. All right, so, trying to remember which valve broke on us. I believe it was this one here that we had issues with. But here's the damage on the piston. That's not good. And we ended up replacing all of the lifters and rockers and push rods. I don't know if I have the here's the broken valve. There it is right there. And yeah, probably this end here is probably what done it. But what it done is it actually, come off, and then the piston slapped it up sideways, and it pushed it up in between the head and the stem of the valve, and pushed it up like that. We thought we had a vacuum leak at the track. Ended up, this was our issue. So, and this is an intake valve here. But when it jumped time, it completely, fucked everything. So, we are going to get this thing back in the car and try to hit the next race. I don't think we'll have any delays or issues. I mean, this motor is super simple to get in this car, but what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to clean everything up, wipe some stuff down, trying to have a clean, nice race car. I mean, there's a little bit of dust there. So, yeah, we're going to do a time-lapse video, and we might get it done tonight, and we may not. We'll just have to see. The rest of them were fine, so that's good. But these two here need to be changed, and I've got the new ones for that. So we're gonna get in here, change these. I'm gonna run all the valves, get all the valves ran, and then water, oil, change that filter, clean this Clearview filter. Converter bolts are done, and other than that, obviously throttle and a couple other things, and we'll be ready to fire it up. What's going on, everybody? So we got the car running last night and everything looked good other than one thing. Fired up, sounded like hell. Definitely not on all 8. So we ended up finding out that our number 1 injector was not firing. We sent a signal to it to test it, can't get it to do anything. So we don't really know why until I figured it out last night. So I'll show you guys what we got going on. Okay, so here is our number 1 injector, and these wires run back here and go to this plug right here, and then this plug all ties into here. So this is just the engine harness, and we made it where it blocks into the inside the cab to make things easier. So last night we're testing stuff, and we find that we unplugged that big plug and looked at all the pins. The pins look fine. Nothing looks pushed in or anything like that. Plug it back in, and it works again. I don't get that. I'm actually going to pull that apart tonight. Go through the pins, make sure the wires aren't pushing out when the plug-in goes in, just to see what we got going on. But other than that, motor sounds good. What we're going to do is we're going to start this thing up. I'm going to get on the laptop and we're going to lock the timing so I can read it with a light, see what it says. We're looking for about 35 degrees on the timing at an idle, and we're going to do that, check a couple other things, just make sure this thing's running good. And then we are also going to put a new shock sensor, or well, we did put a new shock sensor on. We're putting a wheel speed sensor on. I'll show you that here. So Motion Race works, and they're Rife sensors. So this thing is really cool because this plug right here actually lights up. So say whenever you are under the car and you want to see if the wheel speed sensor is picking up anything, you literally just turn the tires around, and this will actually start flashing to let you know that, hey, I'm picking the signal up, and we're good. And that's super nice. A lot of these older sensors, you have to go through the computer. Sometimes you have to start the car up, put on the trans brake, let off, rev it up a little bit, and then shut it off, download the data, and see if it's working. Or you go to the track and trial by error. So we're gonna put that on there, make life a lot easier. Couple passes, we haven't had the drive shaft sensor working at all, so we're gonna do that, and then we should be ready to go. And then also, I'll walk over here. So we're trying to make life a little easier here at the track. So I decided to get a roll around toolbox. The only reason why I got a roll around toolbox is because I'm going to try to fit my trans cooler, my engine chiller, and the bottom it's super small, it's all small stuff. And then I'll have my own tools and a spot to put my laptop, so when we're beside the car, usually I have everything set up here, and my chiller plugs in here, and then we usually have everything just setting here. Well, laptop, it's going to be close. Transmission cooler also, they plug into here, right there. So we're going to do that. Try to build everything on the bottom and make life a little easier, but we'll probably get into that in another video. I'm not probably going to do that today, but we are going to start the car up. Just run it through its paces, make sure everything's good, and we'll be ready to go. Also, I know I've been slacking on videos. I haven't took videos of anything. It's been busy, so I do apologize. It happens. But I did get my motor back for my 57 Cadillac that we're doing the LS swap, and I'm looking at it right now, and it's nice. I'll just go ahead and show you guys. So here it is. So we just done a 5.3 Stage Street BTR cam kit, double springed. We done stock bottom end. It's got stock 706 heads on it and everything like that. And then we've got Holley throttle body on here. I should be able to hook my linkage up, no problem. Got the injectors installed. We got everything painted. So Cadillac motors are usually blue, but I wanted to go something different and do a kind of just like a different color than what everybody else does. Something that pops. And I think this color really pops with all the black accents. And we got these nice valve covers that hide the coil packs. They'll just come out right here and go down. And then our wires for the coils coming in for the harness go in right here. So that's pretty cool. And we were able to put the breather back on it. That's cool. So yeah. So let's get started on this car. Okay guys, we're gonna go in here and start up our Holley here. We're gonna go ahead and turn this thing on live. And all we're doing right now is I'm just gonna go ahead in here and set up the timing so I can check with the light. So I'm gonna go offline again. I just done that so I can have that, my tune out of my computer in it. Drop down, we're going to go to, I gotta have it on. Never mind. Trial and error. Okay. Enable static timing check. We're gonna take this number. We want it at 35, so we're gonna do 35. We're going to set that, okay? And when we start this thing up, when we put our light on it, it's going to show us 35, and it's going to be set where we want it to be, and so it's going to hang out there. And if it's off a little bit, then we will come over here and we will actually adjust. I don't know if you can see it. This sensor right here, that sensor there, that is for our crank. So that is actually picking up for our timing. And so if we have to plus or minus it to get to 35, I'm pretty sure bringing it up pluses it, and bringing it down minuses it. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure. I'm just kind of getting used to this Holley FI stuff. When we have the motor out, every time I want to do this, because if the timing is not right on this thing and the computer says it's at 30 and this is at 35, that's going to change our tune-up, and we're going to start blowing shit up again, and we don't want that. So we just check everything to make sure we're good. So yeah, let's get this thing fired up. Okay guys, so this is our timing light. It's got its own batteries in it, so I don't have to track down where to put the deals to try to find power. So that's pretty nice. But we're gonna put this on number 1. So we're gonna come up here. 7. There's number 1. I'll put it right there, and then we're gonna start this thing up. Let it set for just a minute. Let it run, and I'm gonna get on here and check timing, see what the timing is. We should go from there. So let's start this thing up. PSI, and it needs to be at least 50 to 60. So I've got it pulled up here on the Holley, and we've got the fuel pressure gauge on there, so it's better for me to just do it this way instead of walking from here to the dash and looking, and yeah. So we're going to start it back up and set the pressure. All good to go. You can hear the tone change a little bit when I ramped it up from 30 to 55. So, because the last run that we made, it was hanging at like 44 PSI the whole run, and man, it needs to be a little bit higher than that. So, because when you start adding fuel in on the tune, you don't have that fuel there, you know, the pressure. Yeah, so way better now, sounds a little bit more crisp. So I think we're good to go, and that's going to end it off for this video. We're going to just get this thing ready, put it in the box, take it to the track, and see what we can do. So thanks for watching. See you guys next time.